Hey, hello, fellow patriots, and welcome back to Red Rights and You. Here we expose the liberal left lies while we promote the truth. And today, we're looking at the 2024 Republican National Convention held recently in Milwaukee. We want to explore the key moments and statements from each day that set the tone for the rest of the event and the upcoming election. Now, on the first day, titled Make America Wealthy Once Again, the focus was on the economy. President Trump's campaign emphasized a return to America First economic policies. Day two was themed Make America Safe Once Again, something we can all relate to, right? The focus was on crime and immigration, and it really resonated strongly with delegates who are concerned about rising crime rates and the immigration issues and how they go together. Wednesday's day three theme was Make America Strong Once Again, and that centered on national security and foreign policy. This strong stance on foreign policy aimed to reassure voters that a Trump administration would be tough on global threats. Now, to me, the highlight of day three was when featured speaker J.D. Vance was introduced as a VP candidate for the very first time. Love this selection. While his beliefs align with Trump's, there are some key differences that really set him apart. While Trump is perceived and can be thought of, especially by the other side, as brash and cocky, and we all know he's not politically correct. He states his mind. If you don't like it, tough, he says what he feels. J.D. Vance is very polished. He's a very good talker. He comes from stock just like us, common folks from a very blue collar area, and just is very likable. And his backstory with his mama and things and all the stories he told was very humanizing. I really like the guy, and the fact that he's from Ohio was only a bonus for me. Now, on day four, the convention concluded with the theme Make America Great Once Again. And Trump wrapped up the proceedings with a final speech. It was a call to action for a new era. He said, "Together, we will restore America's greatness. Our families will thrive, our communities will be safe, and our nation will be strong. We will make America great once again." Now, this encapsulated the overall sentiment of the convention, rallying support for a return to what the GOP views as a prosperous, safe, and strong America. Of course, predictably, the liberal left found fault with everything that he said. Now, I do feel Trump did everything that he needed to do to satisfy and excite the MAGA faithful. Let's face it, considering recent events, he could have just smiled, waved, and the masses would have gone crazy. He's a rock star right now. But in his words, I believe he had a huge opportunity to sway and reach across the aisle to independents, undecideds, and the few non-extremists on the left who may finally be scratching their heads following the divisiveness in their party right now. Now, I'm not saying that I disagree with what he said. I wholeheartedly agree. Here are some of the criticisms, besides the fact that the speech went way too long, that, in my opinion, could have been improved upon. Lack of inclusivity. Trump's speech lacked outreach to minority communities. He said, "We will make America great again for all law-abiding citizens." Now, critics argued that this failed to address specific issues faced by minority groups. And I believe he could have reached out a little bit more to help invite minority groups into the fold. Failure to address bipartisanship. Trump did not emphasize the importance of bipartisanship. He mentioned, "We need strong Republican leadership to save our country." Now, this approach was seen as dismissive of the need for cross-party collaboration. Divisive rhetoric. Trump's rhetoric was seen as divisive. He stated, "The radical left is trying to destroy our country. We must stop them." And that language was criticized for deepening political divides rather than promoting unity. There was an overemphasis on personal attacks in folks' opinion. Critics highlighted Trump's focus on personal attacks. He remarked, "Joe Biden is the worst president in the history of our country." And such statements were seen as detracting from policy discussions and focusing too much on personal vilification. I believe he had a lot of opportunity in all of those areas to do a little more to reach across the aisle or reach out to those folks that may be undecided or independents. Right now, folks, we need all the help we can get. I do not trust this voting process at all still. Nobody has come up to me and said, "Hey, Tim, here's what they're going to do to stop election interference and keep the elections from being rigged." We need all the ammo we can get, and then we still need to monitor the polls and make sure that we're not going to have another election stolen from us. They figured out how to do it, and if they aren't put in check and somebody doesn't reach out and grab them and say, and slap their hand, get it out of the cookie jar, they can do it again, and they will do it again, in my opinion. So that wraps up our look at the 2024 Republican National Convention. Stay tuned to Red Rights and You for more insights and analysis, and please hit subscribe and follow our channel for future episodes. Until then, stay engaged. If you see something, say something. Stay diligent and stay patriotic. Let's work together to save America, not just for us, but for our children, our grandchildren, and their grandchildren. God bless you all, and God bless America.